Your future self? Ever thought about talking to your future self? What would they say to you? Well, today's episode, I'll share with you what is the first thing they say to me when I come to them. More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 142. Cha-ching. Yeah. Well, you ever talk with your future self? What would they say to you? What would be the first thing your future self would say to you? Your future self, yourself in 5, 10, 20, even 30 years. What would they say to you? Well, last episode, I shared with you that I come to them, that I come to him, my version of myself, 10, 20, 30 years from now. I come to him usually when I face a difficult and challenging decision, a tough decision. I come to him, and it is usually about me not being aligned with my priorities. Yes, because when I face the tough decisions, I'm not sure about my priorities most of the times. So it brings us back to the priority series. Yes, this is still the priority series, which is not only about what we want the most. It is about what we want more. Yes, what we want more than other things. That's priorities. Putting the things that we value, our values, putting them in order of priorities. So when I have challenges with my priorities, facing a tough decision I need to make, I go to him, my future self. So what does he tell me? What are his first words to me? This is what I'm sharing with you today, as promised. So when I come to him, and you can imagine yourself, your future self, when I face him, without me even saying anything, without me even asking anything, remember, they know everything about you, right? They are you. So before I say anything, they remind me this. They say to me this: be true to yourself. This is what he says to me. Be true to yourself. And then he reminds me. He says, on your deathbed, the only person you need to give answers to is the person you look at in the mirror every morning. You better be true to him. This is what he says to me. Be true to yourself. Regardless what decision I face, he always reminds me that. And that always puts me in the right perspective. In the right perspective, thinking about things long term. This is his perspective. Next episode, I'll share with you what does he mean by saying be true to yourself. But what does he mean practically in the day-to-day life? I'll share with you that in the next episode. But back to you. I have an interesting assignment for you for the day. Think about an important area in your life. And now think about a future decision you're going to make within that area that is important to you. Now, when you think about that decision, about making that future decision, consider being true to yourself with that specific decision. What would that decision be if you would be true to yourself? Give yourself that perspective just before making that future decision. This is my sign for you of the day. Do that today. Do that today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.